Time now for the live coronavirus update for San Antonio and Bexar County.
Good evening. I'm Mayor Ron Nirenberg with Bexar County Judge Nelson Wolf. We're joined by Dr. Junda Wu, who is our public health authority here in San Antonio. And this is our COVID-19 update for the San Antonio community. Big numbers tonight, and we need you to pay attention very closely. We're reporting 1,127 new cases, which brings the total to 75,718 since the pandemic began. Our 7-day moving average has jumped considerably now to 669. That's an average per day number that we're sitting at now. Folks, these numbers are going up exponentially now, so take notice and think long and hard about any activities you want to put you and your loved ones at risk. We also, unfortunately, have 2 new deaths to report tonight, a male and a female, both in their 70s. That's why we keep recommending you keep your Thanksgiving gatherings small and smart this year. We must do what we can to protect our most vulnerable residents, and please keep those we have lost in your prayers. We have 513 COVID-19 patients in the hospitals tonight. That's up only 4, which is good. But we do have 80 new admissions for COVID, which is up 31 from yesterday. 173 patients in the ICU and 86 patients on ventilators. As we mentioned last night, we are stepping up enforcement of the governor's orders. We've added more code officers to do proactive enforcement. And as of today, we will not be issuing warnings. So consider that. Most businesses are following the orders. So I want to remind businesses that if individuals or customers are not doing their part on your premises and refuse to wear masks, you can and you should ask them to leave. I also want to let you know tonight that the City of San Antonio has revoked the certificate of occupancy from XTC Cabaret, an adult business in Northeast San Antonio, for continually and deliberately violating the orders and thereby putting people at risk. Enforcement officers have inspected XTC 18 times since March and issued 6 citations. Today we officially provided notice that XTC is not in compliance with the order and therefore may not continue to do business. This is the 3rd time we've had to revoke a certificate of occupancy since the pandemic began, and it should serve as a reminder that we are serious about enforcement. Finally, with yesterday's update, the positivity rate of all tests is now up to 10%. Schools are very close to being in the red for our school indicator. For now, the risk level remains moderate, so let's do everything in our power to slow the spread of this virus, keep the teachers and the parents and the children safe, and stave off the need to recommend less in-person learning. Let me turn it over now to Judge Wolf.
Thanks, Mayor, and thanks for that warning, because we are reaching a really dangerous point, and we haven't even got to Thanksgiving yet, and that's going to be probably quite a problem for us as we begin to look at what's going to happen to us on Thanksgiving. The other thing I think that's really important that we're doing, and I think maybe that'll help us through this, we do have a big jump in positive cases, but we also tested 5,550 people yesterday. That's by far our highest testing that we've done. 1,000 more tests, I think, higher than anything we've done before. So the last 2 or 3 weeks, we've seen big, huge jumps in the testing we're doing, and some of them may be taking a test because they plan to travel somewhere, which is not a good idea. If you look at the picture in the newspaper, I think it was today or yesterday, where the airport was full of people, that's all danger signs, and we just need to be very, very much careful and try to stay away from large gatherings and do all the things we talk about every day with respect to social distancing, face mask, and sanitation. Is going to be extremely important. Now we're like I say last night, we're in an inflection point, and Thanksgiving's coming Thursday, and if we don't handle that right, we're going to be in real serious trouble here in San Antonio. On the positive side, I was talking with George Hernandez again today, who's the head of our Bexar County Hospital District, and had a good conversation with the governor with respect to the rollout of the vaccine. The 27 sites that I had mentioned are all sites within University Hospital where the vaccine could be given, and it's where we have child vaccines now. And so that's one of their priorities, is to get at the same place where we've had where we've given vaccines before. The other big advantage that Bexar County Hospital District has, we have an ultra cold storage. You got to keep this in a cold storage We can certainly keep it there, and if other hospitals don't have enough capacity to do that, we can keep it for them. So we're looking forward. And you say, well, when would that might occur? Well, according to the governor, they'll roll it out the day after the FDA approves it. And it could be as early as the middle of December, but we will not get a lot. We will first get the doses that are necessary for healthcare workers. In our case, for our hospital district, we have 9,000 people working for us in the hospital district. So there's a lot of people that are in healthcare that'll be right at the top of the list to get it. So it's going to take a while before it finally gets out to the general public. But it looks like we may be getting close to where we'll see it coming. And again, you got to have 2 doses. You got to go take that first dose, and you got to come back in 30 days and take another one. So it's it's going to take a little time to get it going right.
Great. Thank you, Judge. And I also want to remind you that the South Texas Blood and Tissue Center has a dangerously low supply of blood on hand. So if you are able to, please make an appointment to donate blood. You can go to southtexasblood.org to make an appointment today. Also, there are assistance programs available for you through the city and the county. If you're struggling through this pandemic, need assistance in paying rent or mortgage, there's an emergency housing assistance program. You can get information at 311. You can also get information about our workforce program, skills training while you receive a stipend to help make ends meet for jobs that are available today. So you will be able to get those skills while you're receiving a stipend and ultimately land one of those jobs that are available today in our community. More information at 311 or enroll at 210-224-HELP. And you get the latest on COVID-19 anytime by going to the website covid19.sanantonio.gov or by texting COSAGov to 55000. Mask up, keep your distance.
This briefing is continuing right now on KENS5.com and our Facebook page. Again, we are seeing a huge jump tonight in new cases. There is 1,127 new cases, bringing the total cases over 75,000. The recent uptick in cases, of course, is affecting the 7-day rolling average, which is now at 669. Tonight, the mayor says there are 2 new deaths, and the victims were older adults. Those hospitalized went up slightly, and new admissions also went up. Now, as we are just a few days away from Thanksgiving, city and county leaders reminding us to be mindful and to take steps to protect yourself and others. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back.